What's up, y'all? Welcome to a new video. Today we're be doing something a little different. We're going to be doing a small tech review on this camera that I have, the Nikon D3500. I've had this camera for a few months now, and I've got some thoughts on it. So as far as the specs go, we'll run through it real quick, at least the ones that matter to me. It has a 24 megapixel sensor, which is actually pretty large for a camera below $500. It doesn't have in-body image stabilization, but overall, if you're going to be using this for photography, I would recommend getting a tripod. If you're taking more on-the-go photography, it's pretty good, but it's not necessarily strong at that. So it has 11-point autofocus, which is pretty solid for a camera, again, below 500. This entire review is going to be centered around that price point. You can pick up this camera on B&H or other websites for about $497 exactly. With just the body and the kit lens. But if you want to get the kit lens plus another 70 to 300 lens, that's an extra $100. So that kit is about $600. Other things that stand out, it has an ISO range from 100 to 25,600. But honestly, I wouldn't use ISO above 6400. Because above that, it really starts to get grainy and super noisy. It can do 5 frames per second burst. So that's great for when you're doing sports photography or just fast moving objects. You can get 5 frames per second really quickly. And lastly, it has Bluetooth. I would have loved to get Wi-Fi on this, but you'll have to step up to the higher models. I believe the 5000 series for Nikon for you to get that. But it does come with Bluetooth. So if you're using the SnapBridge app, you can transfer photos and videos from here directly to your phone, which will make it a lot easier to upload to different types of social media. So as far as build quality goes, it's actually pretty robust for the price point. It's an all plastic build, so not the best, but for the price point, you can live with it. It has a very tactile material here that's actually really great for when you're shooting with just your hands and you're not using any tripod whatsoever. There's no touchscreen on it. It's all these tactile buttons. So for some people that might be beneficial, for others not. Personally, I don't really mind it. And for a majority of the cameras at this price point, for DSLRs especially, you're going to find tactile buttons and not many touchscreens. And as far as the kit lens that comes with it, it's plastic. It is in the 18 to 55. The 1/4 inch tripod thread is pretty standard, so you shouldn't have any trouble finding any tripods that fit that. So yeah, when it comes to build quality, it's actually pretty solid. And as far as other cameras go in this price point, they're pretty much going to be on par with anything that's sub 500. So the first picture that I've taken is this one of a seagull, and it looks great. I mean, you can pretty much tell each individual feather. It's super sharp. It's really color accurate. This is during the sunset, or like right at the beginning of the sunset. So it creates this nice kind of color. And overall, I mean, like everything looks super sharp, super detailed. There's no blurriness. The autofocus was really working. So I also took a picture of this kite that someone was flying in the sky, and it actually turned out really nice. All the colors are great. The Nikon color science really showing its strengths again. And overall, I mean, this is the type of picture you can get if you're really utilizing the camera in its best scenario. I had a ton of light. And overall, yeah, this picture looks great. This is straight from the camera. No editing was done to any of the pictures I've shown. Also, I used the 5 frame per second burst shooting, and I got a couple pictures of this man surfing. And it actually turned out really great. Nothing's blurry, nothing's out of focus. You can see him like in each frame, you know, going through that surf, and overall looked great. I would recommend this camera again. Photography, that is where it shines. And I'm gonna show some video footage coming up. So this is footage coming straight from the Nikon D3500. I've also got audio coming straight from the camera as well. So a few things that aren't really great when it comes for video for this camera specifically. Besides the noise, and also the mic is not good. As well, pretty much any camera built-in mic is not great either. But this one does not have any sort of headphone jack or anything to plug a microphone into. So you're forced to use the built-in mic, which is horrible. It has no flip out screen. So if you're trying to do vlogs or have just the camera facing you, you just have to kind of guess where you're at. I've had this camera for a while, so I kind of know I'm in frame just based on how I'm holding it. And yeah, I mean, you can tell just by the footage, it's probably a little noisy. I'm in kind of really good conditions for it, where I have lighting in my room. So it won't look horrible, but honestly, I would look elsewhere for video. I originally purchased this camera for landscape photography, which is what I use it personally for. And it's also, again, below 500. And for those of you who are kind of new to cameras, finding a good camera that's below 500 that is this good at photography, not great. I mean, the chances of that are not that high. There are other cameras. I think the Canon 7T or 7Ti or something along those lines from Canon is also pretty solid. But I think, and when it comes to photography, this one is a little better. Again, this actual video is being shot on my iPhone XR because I think when it comes to video, many of the phones we carry are a lot better than what this can do. So honestly, I would recommend, if you're looking for video, shop elsewhere. But besides that, if you're looking for a budget in the camera world, then the Nikon really shines, and I would recommend it wholeheartedly. I'm going to put some links in the description where you can get this camera from either B&H, Amazon, or something along those lines. You can check the description right below the like button, and you'll see all those links there. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it. If you did, press that like button down below. Leave a comment on something else you'd like to see reviewed or any other videos you'd like to see me make. I post videos every Tuesday, so subscribe for some new content, and I'll see y'all later.